everyone, welcome back to Reaction Abstract Art, and today we're going to talk about varnish. So after you finish a painting, you want to protect it from moisture, dirt, and UV light, and varnish is how you do that. Varnish comes in a couple different finishes, gloss, matte, and satin. I prefer gloss varnish, and you can also buy liquid varnish that you apply to your canvas with a brush, or spray varnish, which is for paintings with a heavier texture. The painting I'm going to be varnishing today doesn't have a lot of heavy texture to it, so we're going to use the liquid varnish. Okay, so I have a small dish that I use for my varnish. You never want to apply varnish directly onto the painting. It will kind of goop up where you pour it, and it's not going to spread as even, and you're going to get a heavy spot of varnish where you pour it, and it's not going to distribute well over the rest of the painting. So I just add some varnish, and I thin mine down with a little bit of water to make it last a little longer. You guys know I tend to produce a lot of paintings, so I like my varnish to last a little while, and acrylic varnish like this is perfectly fine to thin down with water. And I just throw the lid on it and shake it up. Okay, so this is the left half of Rift. If you guys want to check out how I did this painting, I will leave a link in the video description to it. Rule number one with varnish, you want to make sure your painting is 100% completely dry. If there's any wet spots, that varnish is going to streak the wet paint across the canvas, and unless that's the effect you're going for, you're going to ruin your painting. Next thing is you want to have a brush specific for varnish. You don't want to use a brush that you paint with, because any small chips of paint that are dried into the brush will liquefy and they will deposit themselves onto your painting. So you always want to have a brush that is specific for varnishing. And like I said, you don't ever want to pour varnish directly onto the painting. So you just basically dip your brush in varnish, wipe off any excess, and I go top to bottom, right to left because I'm right-handed, back and forth. You want to go in long strokes all the way across the canvas. And once you have finished an area of the canvas, if you think maybe you missed a spot, like I'm down at the bottom of the canvas, and if I was to miss a spot up at the top, you don't want to go back afterwards and re-varnish that area. That varnish has already started to cure, and if you go back over that spot with wet varnish, it's gonna peel that varnish up a little bit, and it's gonna leave a spot in the varnish. So if you miss a spot, it's okay. Just wait till this layer dries and go back and make sure you hit that spot on your second layer. I'm going to be triple varnishing this painting. 2 to 3 is the common amount. I've heard of people going up to 50 coats of varnish on a painting just to almost make it look like it's behind glass. And if you'll notice, when I applied the varnish, it's a little milky. The varnish itself, as you can see, is kind of a white milky color. Don't worry about that. The varnish will dry clear on the painting. Our entire layer of varnish is dry, so we're going to go ahead and apply our second coat. Alright, it's the next morning. It's had about 18 hours to dry, so we're going to get this last coat of varnish on and get it ready to ship. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and then click the little bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to check me out on all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the video description, and I will see you guys later.